We officially bought the van. I'm waiting for it now. It should be coming today because the guy in Massachusetts called me saying that, yeah, we didn't follow up with you. The guy just picked up the car today. So I'm just waiting here. I was supposed to go ski, but it's not going to happen. So while we wait for this, let's talk about tools. We already mentioned a few in the past. I want to show them to you. We're going to go straight up on Empty Store. The amount of tools we're gonna need for this project is very few. If you talk about power tools, a lot of them are more manual tools that we're not gonna show. I'm gonna mention them, but just to give you an idea, the main tools we're gonna need are drills and saws and any kind of, let's say, derivatives of these kind of tools, because we're gonna need a drill to drill stuff, to connect stuff onto, let's say, the chassis of the van. We're gonna need saws to make the cuts because the interior will mostly be wood or some form of material that is waterproof, for example, for the shower and stuff. But that's most of the stuff. We need to cut the wood, we need to attach it to the frame, and then we're gonna have a van. So if we gotta look at what kind of saws we need, I'm gonna click here, show myself here, and there you have it. We are on Empty Store. This is Makita. It's more on the higher end of stuff. I tend to abuse my stuff. I gotta say, I also work with Ryobi, which they have, which I'm more than happy to use. But when it comes to track saws, they mostly provide Makita. What is a track saw? Track saw, as the name says, has a track on which your saw can run on, and it gives you the same effect or similar effects that a table saw would give you, especially a bigger table saw that is more industrial. I don't have the money for an industrial table saw, and I want something portable. I think the track saw is the closest thing, especially if you want to make a project that can be seen and done by everybody else. So I'm gonna do it also with more mundane and usable tools. Track saw is one. Then we need one of these you call them jigsaws in America, which is good for both the metal cuts when I have to put the windows, as well as the precision wood cuts with curvatures, which is also very good to have. It comes with a couple of blades and some boxes, which is really nice. These are, let's say, the two main saws we need. The cool thing of this saw here is that I can also use it without a track, which also functions as a third saw, just a normal disc saw, which is really cool. And I pretty much have three tools in two, which I really like. It's $500. It is something I'm gonna use in the future on other projects too, so why not? Number two, a wood router. What is a router? This is a router. There's multiple brands. You can find them pretty much anywhere. It is something that you can use to make the corners look nicer, a little bit more flush, a little bit more curved, kind of like they came out of the factory. So I'm gonna ask them to send me the router bits so that I can make all of my corners nice and smooth, make it look professional. The nicer it looks, the more you can sell it for, or the quicker you can sell it for. In this case, the router kit is pretty expensive because these are precision tools, but it's worth it if you want to make a proper job, if you want to make it look really nice and not DIY made. Definitely something worth investing in. It's 89 plus around 100 to 500 depending on the quality tool you're getting for the router itself. And number three, we need drills. Now, you can do it with just a normal drill. This is a DeWalt drill, a Ryobi drill, whatever. Normally you have three types. You have this is a normal drill, then you have an impact drill, and there are also different versions of impact drills. I really like the small DeWalt one. This is a medium size. There are even smaller ones that helps you to get in smaller pieces. Now, these are mostly the power tools. There could be other power tools I'm gonna use, but this is the most important ones you're gonna use. Maybe also a disc cutter, like the stuff you use to cut the metal. But then again, the jigsaw should do most of the metal cutting I'm gonna need. Then after that, another thing, to connect some wood studs on which I can screw the, let's say, exterior, the design wood that will be shown in the van, maybe on top of self-drilling screws, which are good for metal. It could be also really cool to add some rivets on which you can simply screw in some normal bolts. Why is that? Bolts have a very strong, let's say, hold, which makes everything more sturdy. And it's easy also to take apart and reconnect after that, because if you have a bolt, you have threads. If you have threads, they're less likely to break compared to just screwing a normal screw and then unscrewing, which could destroy the point where you're screwing in. Kind of like wood. If you screw in and out continuously a normal screw, you will destroy the point and the threads in the wood as you keep on chipping more and more the wood. This could be a very good solution. $38 plus $16 for getting the rivets here. Very nice, very sturdy. I like it. And with that, that's pretty much it. Some other, let's say, expert tools that I have, plumbing tools to do some plumbing work, like the plumbing press. For normal packs, I'm probably gonna use packs. And when it comes to electrical, just something to take away the protection from the electrical cables, and some pliers, some normal screwdrivers, which is stuff that most of us normally have in our house. So if I have to give it a budget for all the tools I'm gonna use, if I would be buying them completely and I would start from scratch, probably between, depending on the quality, between $700 to $1,500 in tools if you consider everything, and I want to go a little bit overkill and stuff. I'm gonna leave the link of MSD store down here, but that's pretty much it. It's not a lot of tools because most of the work is gonna be woodworking, unless you're buying a destroyed van that needs some mechanical work. In that case, the tool amount changes, it grows, but then again, the van will probably be much cheaper, which allows you for all that buffer to buy more tools. That's it for now. Short video, quick. These are the tools I'm probably gonna be using, and down here you're gonna find the link to the tools themselves and to Empty Store, which I repeat is sponsoring this and is providing me some tools that are also harder to find in America because they're not as common, like the track saw itself, which I saw around, but not as commonly. And with that said, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, probably where I'm gonna film the van itself coming in.